Buddy, and welcome to ESO Daily. I am your host, Mr. Craven. Alright guys, so I have a new tank build out for Dragon Bones DLC, and this is a Nightblade tank build, and this is my Shadow Dragon build. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. Okay, this is sword and board on both sides. So we're looking at 19,303 max magicka, max health at 41,203, max stamina is at 1909. If you want to put a little bit more stamina, you can, but majority of our abilities are going to stem from magicka. I will show you how we're going to maintain stamina resources, so don't worry about that. Magic recovery is at 974, health recovery 435, stamina recovery 993. You'll see that that stamina is slightly a little higher than the magic recovery. You're going to go ahead and see prior to our buff, our spell resistance is at 19, physical resistance is at 20. We have nothing into the magicka, 40 into health, 24 into stamina. We're using the Mage Mundus, and we are using triple stat max food. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the gear. We're going to be using Tavas, Blood Spawn, and Dragon. Okay, let's go down piece by piece. Okay, Mace of Tava's Favor, Crusher Enchant, Decisive, right? This build is specifically designed for one thing, generating ultimate. Go ahead and recuperate with the Argonian passives, because I am an Argonian, and basically just, it's really good with ultimate generation and cost reduction. So, what does Tavas do? We're all pretty much familiar with it, but for those who aren't, this is a craftable set that you can craft in Hugh's Bane. It gives us max health, it gives us stamina recovery, it gives us magic recovery. When you dodge an attack, you receive the Blessing of Tavas, generating 9 ultimate over 3 seconds. Keep in mind, that's why we're going to be using Decisive, because when we gain ultimate, we have an 18% chance to gain an additional ultimate. That really comes in handy with this build. Now also keep in mind, when you dodge, I don't like Tavas on a lot of other tanks because they don't dodge a lot. The Nightblade tank, however, dodges quite frequently, given the fact that we're going to use an ability to increase our dodge chance. So this comes in very handy. So there you go. Shield of Tava's Favor, infused max health. Sword of Tava's Favor. Main reason I just got the sword and mace to distinguish the difference between the bars. Shield of Tava's Favor, infused max health. Blood Spawn. Alright, so this is a 511 config. This is infused max health. Remember, when we take damage, we have a 6% chance to generate 14 ultimate. We also increase physical and spell resistance for 6,225 for 6 seconds. Once again, generate ultimate, decisive, try to get more ultimate up. Pretty simple. Curse of Tava's Favor, infuse, max health. Blood Spawn, medium shoulders, stamina, divine. If you want block reduction, you can go with that. But keep in mind, we're using the Mage Mundus. I just need a little bit more magicka. If you want to go with sturdy, by all means, go for it. Sash of Tava's Favor, divine, max magicka. Once again, if you want to go sturdy, you can do that. Preference, you know, doesn't hurt to have sturdy. You know, that doesn't help. It doesn't hurt. Gauntlets of the Dragon, stamina, divine. Okay, what does the dragon set do? Okay, it's going to give us magicka. It's going to give us 4% healing taken. It's going to give us max health. Guess what? Reduces the cost of my ultimates by 15%. So yeah, really nice with this build. Greaves of Tava's Favor, infused, max health. Sabatons of Dragon, sturdy. I do have this one in sturdy. Once again, if you want more sturdy, you can go for that. Necklace of Dragon, kind of interesting. I was messing around with purple and blue. The healing doesn't change. The health does and recovery, but the ultimate generation stays the same. So I was like, you know, I could actually get away with blue with this build. So, just food for thought. And we have a little stalker. That's okay. All right. So this is very important for for Argonian. I'm going to use Alchemy Acceleration enchantments on all three. Now, I didn't put them on Kuda, just used Rakuda. If you use the Kuda, you can get it down to 5 seconds. That's 15 seconds off your pots. Keep in mind, as an Argonian, when we go down to the passives, we're getting... when I drink a potion, I restore 4,620 health, magicka, and stamina, right? That's why we want the reduction for the potions in our set. All right, that's why we want these with the reduction cost, right? We want to maximize the Argonian's passive potential, so that's why we're going to use it. All right, so they all three have the reduction cooldown. All right, now also let's go ahead and get in the skills. Primary bar, we're going to use Pierce Armor, you know, pretty standard. Major Fracture, Major Breach. We're also going to use Heroic Slash. It's going to give us the Minor Maim. Mirage. This is why I like Tavas with with Nightblades versus Dragon Knights or anybody else. Dodge is a chance, right? Mirage goes ahead and gives us the Major Evasion, right? So we also get Minor Resolve and Minor Ward. But with the Major Evasion, we're increasing our dodge chance by 15%. So that's why I really like it with this build. All right, we're going to be using Absorb Magic, just really nice. You know, another way to mitigate spell damage with a healing effect. Swallow Soul. Swallow Soul is going to heal, deal magic damage. It's going to heal 29% of the damage inflicted every 2 seconds. While slotted, we're going to get Minor Vitality. That's increasing our healing received by an additional 8%. Also, we're going to have Bolstering Darkness as one of our ultimates. Keep in mind, into the Shadow passive, we're going to get an additional... where is it? When we activate a Shadow ability, we're going to get Shadow Barrier. That's going to increase physical and spell resistance. Also, increase max health by 3% for each Shadow ability slotted. So I have a Shadow ability on this bar. I have a Shadow ability on the other bar. Okay? Try to even it out as much as possible. So, Inner Rage, this is going to be our range taunt. I like this with this build. I'm using a lot more magicka. Plus, I have that nice extra boost to increase the synergy. So, comes in handy. Refreshing Path, once again, Shadow Barrier. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys something. Okay, prior to application, 19 and 20. Apply. Now we're at 24 and 25. Once we get that 6, we'll be sitting at 30. Okay? From the blood spawn. Alright. Now, Bone Shield. Right? It's going to go ahead and absorb 35% of my max health for 6 seconds. We're going to use Resolving Vigor. And this is how we're going to maintain extra stamina. Leeching Strikes. Okay, so anytime we do light and heavy attacks, we heal for 1,713 health, restore 106 stamina for 20 seconds. We also restore 4,270 additional stamina when the effect ends. And of course, Aggressive Warhorn. No surprise. Okay, going to the champion points. Very, very kind of important how we're going to be laying this out. So we'll start off into the Apprentice here. Keep in mind we're using self-sustaining heals with this build, so we're going to put Bless at 10.15. We're going to be dealing a little bit of damage with magic ability, so we're putting Elemental Expert up to 909. Remember, we don't have a lot of penetration at our disposal, so we need to put a little into the spell erosion, just trying to maximize some of those effects like Refreshing Path and Swallow Soul. Okay, nothing into the Atronach. Major thing here is to put 120 into the ritual. Why? Last Stand. When I fall below 20% health, I gain major heroism, granting 3 ultimate every 1.5 seconds. Keep in mind, anytime I generate ultimate, Decisive Trait gives me a chance to gain additional ultimate. Okay, so we're going to put Mighty at 64. Penetration, once again, piercing 3.17. Thaumaturge, refreshing path will scale off this, so 904. And also keep in mind, we got that nice passive in Foresight because we're using, what, a Nightblade Argonian tank. So when I drink a potion, the cost on my next magical ability within 7 seconds is reduced by 80%. Okay, once again, we want to get those potion passives. Going into the steed, Ironclad 904, Spell Shield 7. Hardy and Elemental Defender are both split at 37. Thick Skin 11. Big one here to have 120. Once again, Determination. When I drink a potion, I gain a damage shield that absorbs 1,518 damage for 15 seconds. That's not a lot, but once again, we're going to utilize that to our advantage. All right, so Bastions at 19%, Quick Recovery at 1208. If you want to scale Quick Recovery up higher than Bastion, by all means, feel free. Heavy Armor Focus, 21. We want a little bit of extra physical resistance to make up the difference. Warlords at 10.22. Tenacity, 909. Arcanist, 909. Mooncalf, 1110. Healthy, 6.17. Shadow Ward, big one here, 22%. You want to take it maybe up to 23, you can do that. That's up to you. I had a couple points left, so I went into tumbling, and that is how the champion points are allocated. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up the dailies. We'll check out some comments. It's been a while since I had a Dragon Knight tank. A Nightblade tank out, so... All right.
The ancient.
What is that? 2? Yep.
Death.
Oh, City of Ash 2. I should be on PC right now. Let me go ahead and check out the comments real quick. When we get there, all right. Oh, look, we got a troll. Easy way to fix that, dude. Okay, he's gone. Got one out. Yo, David, morning. David. Good morning, bro. What's up, guys? I'm loving the trolls, man. I'm loving them. I'm loving them. They're such idiots. Sorry about yesterday. I was with the fam. Oh, no problem. Morning, Helly. All right, so we have some pretty interesting ones, actually. So we have Banished Cells 2, City of Ash 2, and Maz. Let's go with the 2 here. It's going to be one of those days, boys and girls. Alright. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, where in the heck is my pots? I'm just going to use trash pots. I didn't craft any for this runs today or whatever. Hopefully I get the lightning staff of Sanctuary today. That would be good. All right.
Oh, Syria. You don't want to play with your fellow people?
Until everybody's down. Come on, Deeps.
They selected an intelligent course of action. What better way to keep rickety old relief in check than a few daydreams? I will find a way to if you want a silent sleep, you'll need power like mine. Gauging magic. What is there here? I was a mere kindle. You are not. Surely you can resist corruption where I am. Your oath is to keep me in prison, Keeper. What does it matter? The unfrightened forces. You could have worked for my open.
Okay, I should have actually scrapped some stuff before coming in.
Were that I could lay my hands on you and choke the life out of you all over again.
You're going to fight your way through all of the keepers? How amusing! They are stronger than they once were, you know. Keeper Arrowdor watches the first stone. Let's see if she's learned from me in our time together.
All right.
Like I regained the use of a limb.
Okay. Ooh. On the other side. All right.
Takes a strong will to control a Daedra of that kind. I wonder what Daedra you could bend to your will.
Still having a problem with that targeting right there.
I never liked
Nice.
he hums off.
Come on!
I'll see you
Lightning staff, lightning staff, lightning staff. Whoa! Very funny, Zoss.
are quite good at killing keepers. Here, let me.
I'm able to answer that right now.
Daedric's power is not granted cheaply. The keepers are paying for their new towers with their service.
Blood will temper my thirst. Your bones will end my famine.
All right.
This is far more entertaining than I thought it would be. Look, such power I have now.
Dude, the clan fear just smacked these two to death? What was that? Was that a bug or something? What?
How easily you
What was that?
and keep her alive.
Okay, I'm gonna kite him.
How much more powerful could you be made with my gift? You are
Throw it on the bolster first, just for the hands. All right. Okay. Try to keep 3 up. It's gonna be my job to kite them around. Yeah. As long as you guys can live through it, we're gonna definitely try it.
I've wanted this for so very long. Now get out of my way. All of Tamriel will learn I am free when I set the land ablaze.
Get those orbs. Get the orbs. Okay, I want to keep debuffing the boss as frequently as possible. No way. Told you guys I'm gonna do one of those things. Am I stuck? not supposed to be attacking this. Doesn't look like hard mode's gonna happen. Kite that dude over here. I don't want them on that on my DPS. I was wondering what was going down. Damn it. There we go. Get up. Woo! That's how you take it. That's what you do. And we get the key. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What's up? What's up, my haters? What's up? Alright. Looks good. Looks good. I could have reserved stamina a lot better, though. I will say that. Morning, Sylvia. What's up? I'll branch out to a different class, but figured it was a good learning class for me. Tank Celine's last night for the first time. Totally forgot about the bear, so I paid for that. Ah, yeah, that'll happen. That'll definitely. Mystic, you better answer when I call yourself, bro. Hey, Mystic, what would you change on this build if you were a Khajiit? I have 2 Nightblades, Dark Elf, and a Khajiit, but I don't play Stam much. Excuse me. Just don't take the potion passives and get more into your block reduction for Khajiit, because you don't have those resources to pull from. So you can, take a lot more sturdy, right, with the Khajiit. And also, consequently enough, like I said, just what you want to do is maybe pick up 1 or 2 more sturdies. That's not a bad idea anyways, if you whatever. But right here, I would put into more, definitely more into resource management, or something like that for the Khajiit. So you don't need the alchemy acceleration enchantment, is what I'm saying. So other than that, the entire build would work on a Khajiit Nightblade tank. So that would work. The only thing is you're just going to change out the alchemy acceleration. The only reason I use alchemy acceleration, I'm Argonian, right? I want to reduce those potions, right? The cooldown on the potions. Why? Because when I drink a potion, I'm getting those benefits. For any Argonian not to capitalize on that is just insane. It doesn't make sense, to be honest with you. But that's personally my playstyle. That's another reason I like decisive, because I'm aware. Okay, well, I can. There's a chance if I could go infuse weapons, and get the Crusher enchantment up there further. That's not a question. That's not debatable. Question of it is, how much penetration do people have, in any scenario? And I would rather gain more ultimate at a faster pace. Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? God, that's beautiful. And if you're tanking that for the first time, you definitely want to make sure typically you want to debuff the boss, but the boss is teleporting. In that dungeon as a tank, your primary responsibility is the day drop. You want to keep them away from your party members because they CC, they do a ton, they disrupt so much in the party. So as a tank, you're kiting them away, you're turning their heads opposite direction of your party, and you're just controlling them as much as possible. So works out. Just really, really, easy once you learn it. Yeah, so what's good? Beginner tank build. I have 5 ebony already, but need another 5 piece. In a different set, you mean? A different 5-piece set? It's all to me, it all depends on the class. So, for example, DK, a lot of people... It all matters if, to me, once again, this is my preference. It all matters if I'm looking at primary tank, trial scenario, off tank. Am I doing just vet dungeons? There's a lot of possibilities. Crafted sets are really nice because you can control that, right? So if you got 5 pieces of ebony, there's a lot of different crafted sets that you can utilize to make up those differences. You're a DK? Well, if you're beginning, I would suggest a crafted set for resource management until you find out how far you're going to go into it, King. And then you want to get with if you're getting with a guild, see if you're going to be off tanking or main tanking, and then goes by specifications. It's not bad to have like 2-3 backup sets along with Eben, because keep in mind, in trials, Eben doesn't stack, so you don't necessarily need 2 tanks if you're hard stack. If you're soft stack and you're on separate side of the rooms, Eben applies on both. But once again, I would always tell people, usually guilds will say, we need you in this or we need you in that. They'll specify. But if you're just messing around in vets, go with the crafted set. I went with Willows on for resource build DK tank in the beginning while I was doing it. So I got Eben because it was easy to get, and then I went with Willows. Then you can upgrade from there. So, that's how I went. Just for vets, I liked Willows on the DK because DKs kind of have a little bit of a struggle with resource management, but when you're in between fights recuperating, now keep in mind when you're blocking you don't regen, that regen's not going to be as useful. But when you're between, it really lightened the load for recouping, especially when I was moving fast. But that was my preference, just to mess around in the beginning. Also, Hissbark's classic. You can't go wrong with really Hissbark. Oh, no problem, man. Anytime. Hey, Mystic, you try Durox Bane on a Stam Blade. And Mystic, I'm mad about your heal bot you made last night. Oh, Storm, it's okay. It's okay, man. What is this? Oh, my. Alright, I don't know what that is, but I'm just going to remove it because I just don't like that type of derogatory stuff. So, that's getting removed. But yeah, it's a really good build, though. This is a solid build for Nightblade tanking. Nightblades are really good tanks, but once again, you know, we just want to capitalize on the sets. You know, Tavas, a lot of DKs use Tavas, but dodge. Like, how often were they dodging? That was the question. You know, I was like, you know, I'm not putting that on my DK. It's just no way. But with Mirage, with the major evasion, it made complete sense. You know, it was like, this set is definitely benefits the Nightblade tank all the way. You know, and I really liked it. Pair that with Dragon, cost reduction, use the Argonian passives, get, you know, use all those effects. It's really, really nice. Really like this build a lot. It's really smooth, you know. Now, if you want a little bit extra stamina for when you're hitting, like, shards and stuff, you can offset that a little bit. You know, put, like, a point away from Magicka, put in the stamina. Like, a point or two. Like, 2 points. And then, boom. You'll have more stamina at your disposal. That's completely up to you. You know, but given the fact that I'm using heavy attacks, that's regenning stamina for me, right? And then also, I'm using my leeching strikes. I have enough ability to regain stamina, but it's just it depends how fast paced you're going. You know, if you're moving slow and if you're getting those, or if you're capable of hitting those heavy attacks or even light attacks. Because remember, man, you know, light attacks do add up. 106 is kind of like, you know, that's kind of sad. But at the same time, resource management, every little bit helps. So, and remember, you get that nice heavy attack passive in the heavy armor, which is really nice when we're taking a look at... Increase the magic and stamina of your heavy attacks by 25%. So, definitely. Comes in handy, man. Alright, guys. I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. This is the Shadow Dragon. Once again, I'm Mr. Craven, the CSO Daily. Thank you for watching, and once again and always, have a nice day.